Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward, how much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
You've entered the No Comfort Zone.
The No Comfort Zone.
It's time for a reality check.
Welcome back, and hopefully you had a chance to listen to the last podcast before this one when I was talking a little bit about leadership. And what's great to be back to you today because, listen, this message is brought to you by the No Comfort Zone. It's time for you to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. You going after your goals? Fighting through some adversity? I'm just going to say it. The NoComfortZone.com. Go over there. There's a blueprint. Solve a lot of your problems when you're working through the blueprint. It's not easy, but it's simple. Check it out. So yesterday or the other day when I did my last podcast, what I talked about was leadership and owning it. And I want to build on that a little bit today because personally and business-wise, I've been going through some struggles and some challenges with some of the leadership positions in my organization. And the reason why I'm saying leadership positions in my organization is because I've got roughly 12 different applications recently that I've just received of people that are managers at other organizations that want to leave that organization and are hearing about the great things that are going on with what we have going on in our organization. A lot of times I said organization, sorry for that. But what's happening is there's kind of a movement going on right now, a few changes in the industry in the area. So these people are reaching out to me and they're going, I want an opportunity to meet with you so they can talk about what they could do for me and what they could do for the organization. That's great. It's always a good idea to have these people that are in a place where they could, if something happens, it's great to have people that are wanting and willing to work with you. And I'm very excited about that this is now finally happening. What I find to be even more interesting is that these people that are coming on board are skilled and talented people. And I look within my organization, see what I have, and I want to make sure that I have the right people in the right place to make sure that they take care of the people that are, lack of a better term, in an organization board underneath them in the organization board. And it's really funny to me that I think that there's people that are in this management level that don't understand that if you want a better life for yourself as a manager, create a better life for your sales team. Help them in every way, shape, or form to take care of their customers that they're trying to take care of. And if you're a salesperson and if you're on that part of the organization board and you have people that you need to take care of, do your best to take care of them and solve their problems through your sales process, through what your company and your culture is all about, whatever you're selling, whatever you're doing, whether it's financial, whether it's medical, insurance, auto, you're doing real estate, mortgages, whatever it is. You need to realize that your company provides a solution for the people that have problems. And when that traffic comes to you, welcome it with open arms, the problems and the opportunities that you have, or the crises that are going on, and provide a solution. That's really simple stuff. But where we lose the translation is when the customers become them and we become us. That is not the way this works. You want to blow up your organization? Start finding value from a sales point of view in the client or the customer's problems that they have and solve it with your solution. Managers, create an opportunity of communication and open dialogue for your sales team to approach you with solutions within your sales process to move the needle. And if you're in a position where you're all reactive, meaning reacting to the market, reacting to the problems, reacting, and you're not being progressive or you're not being proactive, your organization is not really going to grow. You're just reacting to the market. But if you want to move the needle and increase the market, what you need to do is you need to start finding value in your people by providing them solutions within your process. If you're in depth, if you're a guy or a gal that's in this sales world, if you're at home and you've got problems, utilize whatever it is that you have around you to solve problems and watch what happens. Basically, get out of your own way and start helping somebody else out. See then what happens to your problems. Zig Ziglar said it best: when you help enough people get what they want, you'll get what you want in return. And the point of this is, and I'm glad you're listening, and I'm glad you're engaged, because what I want you to understand is the problems that I'm going with, my people in my organization don't understand the difference between management and leadership. I've had a guy tell me, well, I'm a manager. I've been a leader for 40 years. No, stop. No, you have not been a leader. You've been in a leadership position and you were managing it. A leader is a person who changes the dynamic of the organization by implementing their integrity in the sales process. They're the ones that get ahead of the problem. They're the ones who lead a customer into the process. They lead a salesperson into the solution. This is a really interesting dynamic because of all the people that I have the application sitting on my desk, how many of them are leaders? I don't know until I meet them and talk with them. Leaders don't go jumping looking from job to job. They don't. Managers do. A leader is the person who resigns his position and then people come and find him. That's a leader. People are looking for that. It's been told me a long time ago, a manager will approve the numbers. A leader will improve the numbers. And when you put that out there, and we're in a performance-based reality, work, home, everything's performance-based. We're always being judged for what we do. You have to take this opportunity to understand the difference between management and leadership. A manager shows up on time. A leadership role is there to support the sales team to make sure the foundation is set for a successful day. A manager leaves when the clock hits a certain time and all the tasks are done. A leader checks in with his people to see if there's anything that he can do to help them before they leave for the day. Is there any unfinished business? Because if you're a leader, you know that letting a salesperson or another manager go home without finishing the task of the day, you're creating an opportunity for that manager to have a bad night, worrying, waiting, carrying the stress of the day home with them. Finish the task of the day so they can have a clean slate so they can show up tomorrow. So I really want to capitalize when I was talking about leadership. I am talking about leadership and moving the needle, getting involved in the mindfulness to know who your people are. A manager wants to know what they're doing. We need managers. That's okay. Leaders are the ones that are so hard to find, because they understand that how important a leader, in my point of view, I care deeply about the managers that I have in that leadership role and the personal problems that they're facing. I care about that. I'm not going to own it, but I'm going to do what I can to provide a retail solution within my organization that'll solve their personal problems. What does that mean? It means go to work. Have some integrity and some ethics. Somebody comes into our situation with a problem. They'd like to buy something. Our sales process is to sell them something. They come in to the service department. They have a problem with their vehicle. Our solution is to provide service through our process. The person who's providing the solution or going through the process, the sales rep or the advisor or the manager, they might have stuff going on at home. And what's funny to me, I've been there, where my problems were so overwhelming and I made a ton of bad choices and I brought all my problems to work. It wasn't until I realized that, you know what, I can bring my problems to work. I know I've got problems and everyone does, But when I started to focus on my customer's solution to their problem, my problems kind of went away. And so did my competition. And there you have it. Management and leadership. There's a big difference. If you want to compete with everybody else, be a manager. If you want to move beyond competition and dominate the market and own it, become a leader. And how do you do that? You have ethics. People come in, you sell them. Have a process in place that says that. If somebody comes in and you don't sell them, then you are out of ethics. Take a minute and moment to write out what's important to you and then explain to all of your people. These are the rules of engagement. These are the rules of success within our organization. This is what we are willing to stand for, and this is what we're willing to not tolerate anymore. As an organization, you get buy-in because you want to ask your people what's important to them. Show them how those problems that you're facing right now can be the solutions to their personal problems. Watch what happens. Loyalty will go through the roof. Turnover will go away. Profitability will spike. The needle will move. Happiness will happen. Customers will be delighted. And what you've just done, you've created, by going through this no comfort zone, you've created an opportunity for greatness. And if you're a leader, that's exactly what you're looking for. Greatness for your people. If you need help with this, go to the No Comfort Zone, thenocomfortzone.com. Put your email in, download the blueprint. Get the blueprint. Put your problems in there, put your goals in there, work your steps through the blueprint and see what happens. I did it. I went through it for 60 days. Lost 30 pounds of weight. Got my health back. Got a much more passionate part of my relationship. Better relationship and communication with my kids. Became a better employee. Became a better leader. Went from manager to being a leader. Moved the needle. I mean, I pinged the needle at where I was at last. And then at the end of the 60 days, I was able to mic drop out. I am done. And then a fantastic organization saw the value in me. They picked me up. They brought me in. They treated me like family. And the best part is this: I've never been happier. I went through hell through the No Comfort Zone for 60 days. I put my goals out there, declared them to the universe, lived in accomplishment, and realized when I thought I was a leader all along, I was only a manager. It wasn't until I started to realize what true leadership is that I was able to fill that role. So I'm going to tell you, it's time to get out of your comfort zone. It's time to live on purpose. Face your challenges and adversity and rock it. You own today. What version of today do you want to have? Do you want to have a great day? Do you want to have a phenomenal day? Or do you want to have a day where you impact the lives of the people around you? Go for it. Have a great day.
Say goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at NoComfortZone1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.